So we're talking about digital marketing masterclass, and I've told us that this day we need to go through all this. Then we'll be able to go. We'll be able to get more when we go into practical. It's going to be a kind of guide for us. So when we talk about digital marketing, we need to understand it that there has been marketing before. There has been marketing before digital. So we have traditional marketing, but the focus, so we're still talking about marketing, but we're looking at it from the digital angle. And then let me share with you my digital skill story. You will need to know it. I'm not just doing this because I like looking for a job and then I see an opportunity. No, I'm actually doing it because it has become, it's impressed on me. It's a vision, it's a mandate. And it's easier to carry out a mandate for someone who has, for someone who has gone through the experience, who actually had it, knows what it means. So I've gone through something and I think it's good I share with us. So my digital skill story. Yes, this is how it goes. Of course, we started when the Yahoo started. Before then, I've been a computer operator and a computer instructor during the what does. That is window. That time we have Windows 3, before Windows 8, before Vista, year 2000. So we've been doing different digital training. That time when you register, and I'm talking about in 90s now, 1990s, when you register to become to learn computer, for the first 1, 2, 3 months, you will learn DOS. You will learn DOS, and that is the desktop operating system, the regular desktop operating system, DOS. We learn that. What does DOS do? That's when we have to type win, and then we say you boot on the system, you type win before you enter. That time you don't enter to Windows like this. So I started then. I learned, and in 1998, I had my first class that started training people in computer operation. 1998. That's like I think some 20 years plus now. So I started that. Then in 2000, the Yahoo thing coming up, started signing up. Then down to when we come into 2013, 2015, then the idea of websites is coming up. Then, and of course, we are growing as an instructor. So, but when I started I announced, the Facebook came, and I joined Facebook, and I think I can, and of course I read all the Facebook. That time Facebook has a book. There's a book. Read the book, and I started promotion. I didn't learn how to run ads, and I wasted. Of course, I spent hundreds of dollars running ads for training. So I didn't actually learn the core. I didn't know that there is need to target some people. I didn't know we need to consider customer interest. What's the interest? What's the behavior? I didn't know that. And then I didn't know that my own setting matters, that my setting, the state I am, my age, that all those things, the demographic that Facebook is going to use our information. That many of us make that mistake. So I didn't know. And then I didn't even know that it's even secure when I have a phone that my location should be set. I should let my location setting be active. That is going to help me. Now, all these things, we don't know that it helps in our running ads, that it even tells on the charges and the results we get. So I put money, and the money went like that. So I now consider it. So I started learning the process. So years after, I discovered lots of things. Of course, I had to of course, lots of payments, lot of paid trainings, lot of scholarship training, lots of free trainings for years. So, and I personally spent time finish any book on Facebook, anything on Google, spend time in Google Digital Skills, and then attend every conference. Then, of course, like I said, it's a vision. Then God opened my eyes, then I'm able to see. And then that's why I come to the technical aspect. So I discovered that there are some things that Facebook gives permission. Facebook is running, the headquarters is in America. So there are some things that they are just around the American culture that it automatically not applicable in Africa or in West Africa or in Nigeria. So I had to now come to the technical aspect to learn. For example, the payment, if you are in US, you can pay direct on Facebook, but in Nigeria, you can't pay direct. And now the issue of the MasterCard, now even in and then the currency of each country and the policy, the financial policy tells on internet, tells on the digital services. For example, in Nigeria, as of Nigeria today, the highest you can do on your MasterCard is $20. The highest you can do on the Naira Master card, the highest dollar transaction per month is $20. And now consider all the other charges around, and then look at it that you cannot even pay direct in Facebook. It has to, you have to, when you want to do local payment, then there's pay you. So I had to take time to study all these things. And now that's why many of us have challenge as regards to some of us now, we have tried the card and we can't pay again, we can't run ads. So I consider it. Facebook will tell you to send email, and so many people now had issues that I came up with. I now discovered that there are other ways that even if you as the owner of the account cannot run ads, if you have a staff, you can have an editor that can run ads on behalf of the company, because the company is the page, it's an entity on its own. So, and of course, from there, I've discovered different ways. Of course, I've done some of these trainings, and that is why I consider that before jumping, you need to know these steps, because these are the experience I've gathered, what I've considered, what I've seen, the trends, I've seen how people that get results and how they get results. So I really need you to take this session serious. Now, what is your goal for learning digital marketing? If I ask all or any one of us, maybe if I allow that poll, sorry, I always, of course, I always want to have discussion with people in presentation, but I like you to get it straight. But if I ask us question that what is your goal for learning digital marketing? Because it's a primary goal that we need to have answer to. Many of us have the answer, but we have not answered it, and we have not answered this formally. Now, how do you answer it formally? You buy data this month, you've been buying data. The straight way to answer it formally, the data you have been buying, what result are you getting? What returns are you getting on the investment of data? Because I have discovered that many people think they know the goal, but they don't know the goal. How you will know? How much data you spend on watching on your thing catcher on Instagram, on watching comedy skits, the data you consume on every other thing apart from your business will tell if you have the formal goal for digital marketing. So, and I ask these questions that, is it Instagram? Instagram on its own is not your goal. So it's not about you having 1 million followers. If it's not useful for you, if not an influencer, you rather have 100 followers and 100 buyers than having 1 million followers and no buyer. It of no use that you have followers and they are not buying from you. Money is not coming to you. Those that followers help are the influencers that they make money being influencers. They make money being content creators for Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, or whatever you. So you need to know that Instagram on its own as Instagram is not your goal. It's not your goal. So you don't have the mind that I need to have the 10 million followers. That's Instagram is not your goal. You need to know your goal. Your goal will determine what you do. You see your Facebook? No, you may have. It's not about who is following you on Facebook, who likes you. most times it depends on your business. There is a result you want to get while you want people following you. I see your LinkedIn, all these, your WhatsApp, you have all these tools. I see your email because you have different email platforms. Is it because you have general social media and you are active on social media? It is possible to be active on social media and you are not making anything. I don't know if I have a witness. It is possible, like a person that has you have a website and it's not bringing back, because these are not the goal. They are not the goals on their own. You have to understand your goal. Now, like it's not about that. Oh, I have my website. Is the website giving back to you? So what your goal is, all these that you are talking about, they are all objects or tools. They are not the subject or your goal. That you have a website, that you are present on social media, or your email, wherever you have all these things, they are not the goals on their own. They are the tools. They are the objects to use. They are the tools. And that is why, if you remember in the first video, I talk about the people. We talk about people when we talk about data transformation. We talk about people, we talk about process, and we talk about platforms. These are platforms, and something in between you and the platform, the process sometimes is missing. So we need to get it. So your main goal is to sell. Your main goal for being on Instagram, being on Facebook, being on any platform is what? To sell. I don't know if you are getting me. Please let me pause. Let me have your 100 on the chat if we are together. Please let me have 100 if we are together on this call. I like to pause and just have 100, just for me to know that we are together, please. Oh, good. Thank you. So I think we can move on. Yeah, thank you. So let me continue. So I said your main goal for this class, your main goal for being online, your main goal for that iPhone in your hand, for that Android phone in your hand, for the laptop you bought, your main goal is to sell. You need to say to yourself over and over, the next data you are buying, the next data you want to buy, the next data you are paying for, let it ring that my main goal for buying data is to sell. Your main goal is to sell. Yeah, you need to relate, you need to find. Look, Mark Zuckerberg wants you to engage on internet. Google, they all want you to be on internet. They want you there because that's where they make their money. So if they are making billions from you, what are you making as the one that is giving them money? So their own purpose they keep selling. Anytime you go online to go to Facebook making money. The data MTN is making money. The data company here and there, they are making money. What do you make? So you have to register that. My main goal is to make money. I am on Facebook, on Instagram. Though I'm to do other things, I'm on this, I'm on that. Though I'm to do other things, but the primary goal is to make money. That's to be registered. The primary goal is to make money. So let's move on. Now, and in considering this, I want to sell more. That's the goal. I want to sell more. So this is because the destiny of your company. Now, I put it there that this company, because I need you to personalize it. And I always want people to say it with me. Now, you say with me that this is because the destiny of this company, my company, the income of me, the owner, my income, my sustainability, that of the management, every person at the top management working with me, that of the staff working with us, and that of my families, all our families, all of us, it solely depends on sales. You are not in business if there is no sales. What determines a business? When you can hear a name of a company is because they are making sales. So there's no point playing around it. You are in business to make sales. So if a company is not making sales, that's why they say profit making. They say it That is not a even in non-profit, they make money. A non-profit is indirectly selling. A non-profit that is in a non-profit, someone is paying for someone is sponsoring someone to be under a non-profit. A non-profit wants to give water to a village, someone is paying for that water. The non-profit organization is going to pay their staff. So there is nothing you do that it doesn't engage. There is no money engagement. There's no transaction. So we may say, I'm an NGO. So NGO, if you don't have a sponsor, will you be able to do any project? Then if money is not coming in, will you be able to pay the staff working with you? Even voluntary, you buy them pure water. So we have to make money. And so when you are buying data, let it register in your mind. And that is why I want you to always go over all this video, spend time to learn this and learn it, please. So let me give us the 10 keys, 10 factors that control sales. These factors have discovered that they have impact on traditional marketing and mostly on the digital marketing. You can use them, you can work around them in digital marketing. 10 key factors that control sales. Number one factor that will control sales is the needs. Anything that is in need will sell. So when you are setting out a new business, the question you need to ask first is that, do people need this? Do people, we remember we talk about that the internet, what the internet has done, it has come to change game, but the customers, it's still the customer that determines the rule. The customer change the rules. And how do customer change rules? The needs. What are the needs of the customer? What are the needs outside? Every other person beside every other person except you is a customer. Every other person except you as regard the product is a customer. So what are the needs? Needs is number one factor that controls sales. When something is in need, people are going to get it when it's out. So that's number one. Then number two, location. The location again is another factor that controls sales. You are in a place, you must know the people there, what the number of people, the demographic of the people there, what they need. There are some products that there are some locations that they sell some product more. So location is another factor that controls sales. Then another one is product name. It's very strange, it's very funny that somehow product name sometimes control sales. Product name, that the name just make people just jump on it, especially the name that has gone viral, a name that has won the heart of influencers. We sell product. The influence, like I said, sometimes you go to know that there are some product that you buy because a person you respect is buying that product. If a person you respect, that's why they use influencer to sell product. You respect someone, you follow that person, and the person picks up a product and he talks about that product. There is this 75% possibility of you buying into that product. And you know that if someone you respect talk bad about a product or about a person, there is this possibility of you trying to separate yourself from that product or that person. So influence sell product. The another thing is season. Of course, we know that there are some products that sell around some season. Christmas season, we know the product that sell. When it's Ramadan is coming, we know when the ram are going to sell. We know seasons again is a factor that controls sales. There are some products that if you come to sell, imagine, and there are products that you know that if you bring them to sell now, people will look at you like, what is he talking about? Because it's not the season. So season also is another factor that controls sales. Also interest. What you have interest in, I may not have interest in it. So interest again, you must understand, you must be able to target, because all these things are important. So when you are online, when you are about to sell, you have not properly considered the needs of the people, the location where people are, your product name, what the name you give your product, and then people that can influence, that you can influence with the product, that can influence others. Then the season of your product, or the product that can sell in a particular season. You not consider that. Then the interest. So that's why we talk about when you are the demographic. Okay, it's selecting the people that may have interest, likely have interest in your product. So very important. Then the culture of a place matters as regard to sales. So you can't sell what they don't eat in a place. Now that is the tradition. Now the disruption can make you sell what they don't eat there. For example, we have the example of where it's a place where they don't wear shoe. The first person went there, said, well, they don't wear shoe here, so there's no business there. That is a regular tradition, a traditional marketer. Oh, they don't wear shoe here, there's no point bringing shoe to them. But another guy is a disruptor. Remember I said you should be a disruptor. Another guy said, wow, they don't wear shoe here. Definitely shoe is going to sell here. So it's a disruptor. So there's a way around culture. But you must consider all these factors. Talk more around this. Then opinion about product matter. Opinion is another factor that controls sales. If you have right opinion about your product, I will buy. If I don't have right opinion, no matter what you say, I will not buy. And that is where the content, we're going to talk about the content creation, that's where it comes. Then trending, sell product. Trending is like a current winner. Trending sell product. It may not be forever, but at that moment people maximize and they sell. For example, now there is if you look at nose mask, if you check out the sales of nose mask, you know that for one, nose mask was never a business some years past, and then at some point people have made billions from nose mask. It will be surprising. Some things are just surprising that people make billions from nose mask. And then at some point, the graph will go down, because it's now going to be like the community, how the COVID-19, they drop, and the number, they drop the requirement. But we still know on the graph, it may be zigzag, but we see that nose mask is making money to some people, but it's ups and downs. I'm just showing you when you talk about something trending. So things that trend as a way of controlling sales. Now, behavior again controls sales. People's behavior will control sales, and that is one reason that big companies use entertainment to sell products, because music has a way of adjusting people's behavior. Music has a way of adjusting people's behavior, as a way of tuning people's interest. So behavior is another another factor. So for you to achieve your goal of selling more, you must plan your digital marketing strategically in line or as rich disruption to these factors. These 10 factors, what you are to do is look at some of them that you have to plan your marketing strategy. You have to plan in line with them. That you plan in line with, okay, I have a product, is seasonal. Okay, I plan it that season, I arrange myself for that. But I have product that is regular. Okay, but there's a location, there's a place where they buy more. I don't need to think around. Oh, there's where it, for example, when the school is on, the school resumption, there are things they buy more. That is when books sells, there's when school shoes sells. You have to understand all those things. And then the people, the interest, to consider that. So you think of the companies of these behaviors that you can plan your digital marketing in line with them. Then you now think again of among these factors that you can strategically have rich disruption plan that you want to disrupt, like the culture that they don't buy this thing. How do I make them buy? And for example, we use Flutterwave as an example, because it's just funny that there has been we've had banks that are over 100 years, 50 years. We just have a company that is less than 10 years now can buy those companies just because of disruption. Just because of disruption using technology. So you can think of how to use this disruption thing to beat some of these factors. Like what we are doing, like what I'm doing today, learn from what I'm doing. Now, we used to have physical office, people come to the office, but we just consider it. Do we really need office? Most of the things we do is online. Then we created a platform, we built our platform online more accessible, and then we have the Empower Africa project, have the trainings, have the stores, and it's going out online. You can contact us. Then we come up with Business of Africa that, okay, people can have their shop, people, we can manage their account. I don't need to be with you. I don't need to come to your hand. We can do it online. Now I'm talking to you. I don't know where you are, but I'm reaching out using the digital tools, digital platforms available. And this is part of disruption. And now think of it. It will surprise you that to know that the numbers of people that attend churches online, numbers of people that attend trainings online globally, numbers of people that are able to sell online. I mean, we are talking about big numbers, serious numbers. So it's high time, no matter what you are doing, you have to consider how you can those 10 factors, these 10 factors, the needs, excuse me, location, product name, influence, season, interest, culture, opinion, trendy behavior. You will sit down, get your jotter, think your business, take your business side by side with these factors, and see how you can, the ones that you have to plan in line and the one you will plan as a secondary to disrupt. So you combine this effort to get result. That is what we are doing. Remember, we are to do in-person. We plan to do in-person training that, okay, for 6 hours, then we consider it. We have the digital tool. People, now asking people to stay at the other end 6 hours, they have other things to do. And I told you, customers control. It's customer that will direct, that decide the rules. So it's okay. Instead of having to limit ourselves and limit people, and we know it's not going to give the best, why not 90 minutes a day, and we spread, and a customer can always be part of it, and if he's not able to, he can always rewatch it, can always be part of the training. That is what we are talking about, disruption. Think of a way to disrupt, think of a way to sell. So that is what we are saying, that for us to achieve goal of selling more, and now we have a goal, we have a target again. We are scaling up. Now we are targeting to train in 5 years. We target to train 2 million digital marketers, and we target to bring 20 million businesses online, because we are talking about 200 million in Africa. There is lots to do. 200 million in Africa, and we are still looking at only like 25%. If you hear from Edward's report, like 20% are still online. So, and we are considering that, and we are using the concept of the remote job and stuff, and we will get the result. We can always get result. So let's move on. Now, understand there are 5 major functions of business. We have the product development, we have the customer service, we have accounting, we have operations, and we have marketing. The one function that should always be given top priority in any business is marketing. It's marketing, because it's marketing that controls sales, and without sales you can't pay other departments, you can't pay other business functions, you can't do other business functions. It's the marketing. When even look at it, when a company is trying to downsize, even if they close every other department, the market is going to stay, because that's where the money is going to come. So, and that is good. It must be, take your priority, and you must have the mind of using digital like the best that you can do. Before you pay for shop, considering having your presence, your full presence, operating presence online. I'm telling you, I'm not saying that shop is not good, but if you have good presence online, the shop may come to secondary than the primary that it used to be. That's the truth. Because if you have you are in a 2-bedroom flat, 3-bedroom flat, you have just a room where you can stock a product, where you can stock your product. Then the next thing is you have agreement with logistics, and you are online, you are everywhere, so you can sell to everywhere. A physical shop limits you to a community. It's good, get the money within the community, but a shop online opens you up to global markets. That's the truth. So I need you to begin to think beyond just your primary community, just where you have your location. Begin to think to disrupt location. That's what we are doing. That's what we are doing. I train people anywhere. We had the last training we had with the Debt Partnership. We train people around in Nigeria and from one place, and people join everywhere in the connect centers. And we had nice time. So I need you to consider that these things like this is going to work. We are moving now. There are different plans we're coming up with. We are maximizing digital. I want you to maximize digital. Put every effort into this digital marketing training. Now, digital marketing, what is digital marketing? Digital marketing is the component of marketing that uses internet and online-based digital technologies such as desktop computers, mobile phones, and other digital media and platforms to promote products and services. That is digital marketing. You're using this to promote a product. Now let's understand it. That's another mistake that people make. This is another mistake that people make, and I need to correct that. When you engage a digital marketer, what the service given to digital marketer is to be measured by sales, but the service is to promote your product. A digital marketer is the one that is to do his own to make people see and to convince them. So you need to understand that a digital marketer is to promote. If your product is not good, that's not the fault of the digital marketer. So it's marketing. Marketing is promoting. It is marketing now that will now make effect, sales. So you have to understand that. So if you want to measure what the digital marketer is doing, the digital marketer is doing is the reach, the conversion that you have. It is now to measure the return on investment. It is the sales. So you have to understand it. Now, so this digital marketing, it's about promoting using digital platforms. Then, how does it work? How does digital marketing work? Now, number one, I said, and you can see my screen and see the way I'm sharing it. I said by data, and then under in red, I said and content creation. I will explain, because you'll be like, that's why I tell you that content creation is important, but you need to know how this works. By data, number one under data is personality. Remember, in digital transformation, the first factor that we talk about in digital transformation that is needed is people. Now, personality, your setting, your business, your presence online, and the details, your contact, about you, things to know, your value proposition, things like that has to be known, has to be clear. And then the people that are coming online, that's why we always need to be truthful online, so that the internet is able to connect. So and that is why generating lead is important. And that's why I said the digital marketing will work by data, personality. You get data of the right people that you want to sell to. So personality, data is number one. Then location, we are saying by data and personality you get. Then location, where are the people? Where are the people coming? Where are they coming from? Where are they buying from? By data, you get the data of location, you get data of personality, data of location. You have to get the data on demography. Demography talks about the statistics of people in the engaging in a thing, engaging in a particular stuff, comparing the statistics. So you'll have to know the demography. Oh, people in this locality, people in this geographical zone, as regard to a particular behavior, as regard to particular interest, or as regard to particular needs, this is the demography. Oh, we have more women consuming this thing here in this area than that area. Comparing of demography. That, okay, it's about the statistics. Then the next thing, so you have to get the demography of people's statistics, the demography of products of statistics, geographical demand, and then move to interest. Who are the people that have interest or likely have interest? And then the behavior again. These are by data. You get data by getting personality data, location data, demography, interest, behavior, and then engagement. What are people engaging and how people engage on your platform, things like that. And if there's no engagement, how do you establish engagement? Is it by you raise a poll, or you raise a challenge, or by question? Just has to be an engagement. And then, so when you already now have the data, then you move into content creation. The content creation, simply put, now you already have data, you're already able to get the people that will buy your product. Then the content creation, how does it work? Content creation is getting across to them. So question to ask for good content creation are: what is your market? What is your market? Who are your prospects and their deepest desires? Deepest desires, pains, fears, hopes, and dreams. So you need to know, what am I selling? What is my market? Who am I selling to? Who are my prospects? My target. Who are my target? What is their age? What is what are they? What is their sex, male or female? What? You have to ask every question about them. And then, what is their deepest desires? What are their deepest desires? What are the pains they go through that I want to bring in solution? What are the fears they have? What are the hopes they have? And what are their dreams? Then you now need to know them. You need to know them better than any of your competitors. You have to know them, and you now craft marketing messages that effectively communicate how you can solve these problems. So your message should be going out to your prospect in a way that it will give them peace of mind. Peace that, oh, okay, at the end of the day, I have someone who can attend to me. I have someone who can lift this burden. So you have to create, it must always, sometimes it may take you sitting down, having to stay all night. You need to create content that is direct to their heart, that's direct to them, that enters the heart, that they can consider, that they can think about. Please, this is very, very key. It's very, very important. That's why I said you need to know all this before holding mouse, going into Facebook, Instagram. You must know what to tell them. So when you are face to face or with the running hearts on Instagram, on Facebook, this will come to mind. This will be your tool. Very, very important. So some tools good for your goals. Remember, I've told you, you have to create good content that is direct, that brings solution to the prospect. Now, the tools good for your goals. Social medias. The social medias is that's why we are going to talk about them. And then, so that for the next sessions. Keywords. Hashtag Eventbrite, InVideo, Mailchimp, and Yam. Now, keywords, I'm going to talk more on keywords and hashtag right away. But before that, let me explain. Eventbrite, we'll talk about Eventbrite tomorrow. We'll talk about events generally and how you can use events to generate leads, how you can use event to sell, we will talk about event, anything about events tomorrow. And that event you are having, how you can promote your event. We will go into that tomorrow. We will go into that. That's going to be in the next session. Now, the InVideo it's a video platform where you can create video for ads, and then Mailchimp is an email platform where you have access. You can send 2,000 emails on monthly basis, thereabout, and then they have, of course, paid as well, paid plan, and then Yam is from Gmail. It's Google that has Yam. It's for email marketing as well. We'll be talking about them. But you see, keywords. When you hear keywords is useful on your website, is useful on Google search. If you are a blogger, keywords is key, is good. And then when you are writing events, where you are planning events, where you want to bring people in, keywords. Keywords are actually the terms that Google brings up to help people connect. Now, this is how it works. It's not Google that created, as it were, keywords, but it's Google. What they do is that people create keywords. Google established keywords. How do I mean? Any word or statement that trends online, Google converts to keywords. When people use something regularly, a term, a word, a vocabulary, when it's being used regularly online, it becomes a keyword online. Remember, Google controls internet website, as it were, in today. So they have the upper control. So they have the search platform, the search engine that controls all. So they take words that are common in people's mouth and turn into keywords on their search, on their platform. So what it means that when you are writing your article and you use any of those words, it's going to let so many people who will be searching for that word to see you, or to see your article, or to see your product. That's the game. So when Abula was not common, but when Abula became a regular word, before you know it, Abula becomes a word that Google has to reckon with, so established as a keyword. When NSAS, so things like that. Once a word or sentence or text goes viral, then it becomes keyword. So that's why if you go to digital transformation, if you go to Google search and you type digital transformation, you will see lots of organizations or events that have used digital transformation. That's how keywords operate. So in your business, how is it relevant? When you are developing your content, you must consider the Google keywords. You must consider the keywords that is available on Google, on search, available online, that someone will likely type to look out for. So that will bring you up. So let's say you say fashion, you check it. When you see fashion, okay, fashion outfit in Lagos. Oh, trending style in Lagos, trending style in Africa. So things like that. So keywords. So that keywords will bring together into your content that will help you attract the right people. Then hashtag. Now, the idea about hashtag that many people don't understand, and I want to explain to you, is that a new hashtag that doesn't have influencer and followers does not fly. It doesn't fly. So before you use hashtag, you must know the rules around hashtag. So there are two basic ways and rules around hashtag you have to understand. Hashtag, you use already established hashtag to sell a product or to promote or to push anything. And what hashtag does is that it brings hashtag, when you apply hashtag, it brings any other person following that particular word. For example, if you say hashtag entrepreneurship, what you have done is that you have invited, you've used that to invite anybody following entrepreneurship on that platform to see your article, to see your content. That is what it means. That is how to use it to sell. So let's say I'm having a fashion outfit that is selling kids, sport kits. So when I use hashtag Billa FM, hashtag sport bet, hashtag, so when I'm using those hashtags, I'm indirectly inviting the people that are following those established keywords into my content to see my post. So that's first rule. So the second rule is when you are having a new hashtag, is the second rule. It must be there must be co-sharing, there must be an engagement before an hashtag will go viral. So when you say, if your name is Bola and you write something and you say hashtag Bola, you have not done anything. You have only invited people who bear Bola or have hashtag Bola to see your post. So it doesn't fly. So I see some people, for example, now, if I say training you and I say hashtag training you, nobody will see it because nobody has hashtag training you outside. But if I now want hashtag training you to try, then I will create the hashtag, then I will inform you, everybody, let's begin to write and hand it with tag us. That's it, tag training you. So it is when you start, is when you now have, and then in demography, you will have like 20, 30, 50 hashtags before it will now be recognized on Instagram, Facebook, Google. Then it's now getting viral. So you have to understand these are two ways of using hashtag. So if you don't have groups that will help you share a new hashtag, don't introduce new hashtag. Use a regular established hashtags. So when you think of, I want to sell food, who are the people I want to sell to? And you can always change hashtag about it. If you are selling food, you want to be taking institution by institution. Okay, today I want to sell food to bankers. Then go use hashtag CBN, hashtag First Bank, hashtag UBA, use hashtag bank. You will know that that particular advert is for bankers, is for people having to do with bank. So you will understand that that is preferable done for you than you put your name that nobody knows you and you say you are not promoting anything by it. Because I see so many people, they put their names when they introduce hashtag. No, it doesn't take you to anywhere. Or they come up with a slang, they put a slang, or they come up with one anything funny and they put, no, it won't fly, except you are ready to give that hashtag to an influencer to push on his platform, a platform for you, or you have groups of people that will write same thing. Now look, let's take NSA again as an example. NSA was, it didn't just trend overnight, it was a gradual thing. As people started talking and they shared their opinion and now used hashtag NSA, then it's generating people, it's started generating followers. So different people sharing opinion, because hashtag, it means that, oh, we are sharing opinion, we are on the same platform, we have the same goal, we are talking about this issue, this is a challenge going on, this is a discussion going on, I am making my contribution. So if I'm making my contribution to NSA and I have good content about NSA, and I didn't put hashtag NSA, I'm not going to get result. They won't know that I add statement. Why am I using NSA? Is gone, but it rained, it was viral, it has followers, so I'm using it for you to understand how hashtag works. So it's because people are towards a common goal and they started giving their opinion and it's building. Like me too, hashtag me too. So in that, as people start sharing their opinion around the hashtag, it's driving, it becomes, people have more followers and stuff. So you have no business creating a new hashtag if you are not known. And if you are not ready to give it to influencer to push, or have to group to push. So understand that. And then the best way again, and you need to know that is key. That is key. That the hashtag is a tool, but you must know how to use it. So don't just create an hashtag that you like. When you want to use an hashtag for a business, hashtag the registered, already known tags. You can go to, if you go to Google, just search hashtag for fashion. You will see lots of hashtags. Just tag hashtag for so or hashtag in Africa for something. You will see it. then you take from those hashtags. So what hashtag does for you is it gives you opportunity to access the communities online. Those communities, those that are following those group pages, be able to see your content. That's the way to use hashtag. And so hashtag is relevant more on social media. Keywords are relevant on social media, but it's more around website. Keywords is more about website. So you have to understand how they operate. And that's why I said that you need, for business, and you have had it, getting a landing page, having your own website is key. If you have your website, fine. We'll consider how we can put a plan. We help to be in Business of Africa. We have that will help you build a website. And then in Business of Africa as well, we have e-shops that you can rent. We have like 500 naira monthly shop that you can rent. We have 1 year 5,000 naira shop e-shop that you can rent, and as the payment gateway secure, everything secure, and just for you to upload your product and start selling. And then in there, you of course don't forget the keywords. For those who have bloggers, use keywords more because of driving traffic, and you use keywords to sell. So please don't forget this, very, very important, because I've decided I'm going to really let people know how these things work. Again, another thing, if you, for our clients in Business of Africa, we always let them know, and I'm sharing it with you. Group sharing is very good. If you are you and your family, even your family and your staff, when you make a post, we will get there. I'm going to tell you extensively. When you make a post, group tweeting is one way. Group tweeting, group sharing on Facebook, comments, like, they are the ways that you generate, the way that you can reduce cost. Because just imagine you have 100 friends, and you have 2 workers, you have your family members, and you just tell them to make comment on your page. They make comments, they like and make comment, and all of them share. Now, each of you have 50 friends, 100 friends on Facebook. Those your friends are going to see that thing that they share. So just imagine. So before you even consider running ads, use the organic tools you have. So one of our sessions, I will tell us how we can. I will tell us practical ways. We will do it together. When you have a post, you will think of people you can call, and we do group sharing. We will get there. So I need to stop today on this. So this is what I actually, because I just know that I need to give you this, like, very, very important. So let me have your questions. Let me have the questions from all that we've shared, and then we take it off from there. So questions.